A warm welcome to everyone here, to the new citizens that just acquired their passports. We welcome you and welcome to my channel. I am T, and in this channel, we talk about everything lifestyle, we talk about issues affecting marriage, and we do a few vlogs. So you are welcome to this channel. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are truly appreciate you, and don't lose hope. You keep coming back for more content. I know I haven't reached that stage yet, but guys, just hang in there. I will get there, and I promise you that, right? Thank you to everyone who's here. So I'm welcoming all of you to my channel, guys. Okay, today we kind of like touching on a sensitive topic. This came about when I was a conversation with one of my colleagues, and then it just reminded me of something that happened in the past. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about infidelity. But this infidelity we're talking about, it's not just infidelity where he goes out and he does his thing there and then he comes home, or you just heard that no, he is having an affair with this woman or having an affair with that woman. Today I want to touch on infidelity within the home, where your husband decides to come home and do his nonsense, to do it within the house, in-house. I'm talking about your sister, I'm talking about your niece, I'm talking about if it's a woman who's doing such things, I'm talking about a nephew, I'm talking about people that are within the house, not going outside. This is very sensitive, and ladies and gentlemen, we do have a baby here, so if you hear any noise, my apologies in advance. It's the child. You know how kids are, and I'm sure you do understand. Most of you do have kids, right? So back to our topic. I was saying this is a very sensitive topic because he is in the house. This is in-house infidelity. And the reason why I brought this topic up is because something happened to somebody that we know not long ago. And as well, it hit home for me. It was too serious because the lady did not know if anything really happened, because it was was it a niece? I think so. And she did not want to say anything. She just said she wanted to leave. And up until now, she actually had to allow her to go, but she did not. She just said no, he tried, but nothing happened. But you never know, because he also said, oh, she told you that I tried, but I mean, he had to confess because there was too much evidence, right? But now the problem is she's not sure if anything happened between the two of them. That we overlook. It's one of the things that I think is taboo to talk about in most homes. People don't want to talk about it. People think that no, you know what, if you talk about it, then it's you. You're not, putting your house in order and things like that. No. Ladies, we need to stop blaming ourselves in everything that goes wrong in the home. Because this is one thing that I've noticed, that all the time we tend to take the blame. We tend to just take the fall all the time just for peace sake. But is it peace sake when your husband wants to sleep with your relative? Is it peace sake? Or when he slept already with your relatives? There's a lot of stories that we have heard where your sister has got your husband shot. And in most cases, probably the sister is also a fool, because then she'll end up challenging you. She'll end up wanting to take you home. You know what I mean? So this goes both ways, because you'd find a situation where your relative as well you bring in your relative, probably you want to help them, and then you bring them into your home, and they see your husband and they get attracted to your husband, and they forget that this is family and this is your husband, and you just helping them, and they want to take over, they want to kick you out of the house. And a lot of stories we've had, wives have been kicked out of the house because now the man wants this one, and it just goes like that. But what I'm talking about today is not a situation where your relative wants this, but it's your husband who starts the whole thing. So this takes me to story time. I love story time. I love telling my stories, actually. And the reason why I do this is because I believe that by telling your story, somebody can hear. Somebody who's in the same situation, or who was in the same situation, or who was going to get in the same situation, get motivated, get, you move yourself from such a situation, because probably what I've said have helped you to realize that, no, I can't do this, no, I have to do this. So it's more of helping other women out there, and men as well. It's not just, my channel is not only for women, it's also for men. Because then a brother hears this, a brother can go talk to his brother, because not all men do such things. Let's face reality. Not all men out there, there are good men out there who respect women. So that's what I'm saying. This goes both ways. It goes to everybody who wants to listen. So back to story time. My story goes, a lot of you who have viewed my channel, who have watched my videos, you do know that I went through a very toxic marriage. I went through a very traumatic marriage, actually. It was a short space of time that felt like it was a decade in that marriage, which I eventually ended. And I've spoken about cheating, I've spoken about a lot of issues, and I have also shared abuse as well that was going on in my marriage and things like that. And on infidelity, I didn't really touched on every aspect of infidelity that happened. And when I had this story, when I was we were talking with my colleague about this story, it just reminded me of something that I also went through in my marriage, which is infidelity, in-house infidelity. So at the time, I was going through a very difficult time in my marriage at the time. I was lost, guys. I was lost, and I think we had just moved from one city to the other city, and I didn't know anyone. I didn't have friends. I didn't have anyone to talk to, and my marriage was at a peak of everything, from the abuse, infidelity, everything, you name it. And just so happened that one of my nieces came into town, and we ended up staying with her. Right, because I was still with my husband at the time. So we ended up staying with my niece in the house, and we had, I don't want to lie to you guys, we had a very small space that we're staying in. It was more of a bachelor space where, a lot of you knows how a bachelor is. And it was like that. So which meant my niece was sleeping on the floor, actually, on the other side, but it's just an open, how bachelor flats looks like. So it was an open space from the kitchen, the bedroom, and then you have your toilet and bathroom on the side, and whatever. So she did not approach me. She did not say anything to me, because my husband used to start work early. Sorry, my husband used to start work late, and I used to start work very early. I used to leave the house at 6 o'clock. So I used to leave the house at 6 o'clock, and my niece is at home, and he's not leaving the same time as I'm leaving. But in my mind, okay, I never trusted him, but I kind of trusted my niece. That's the truth. I did not trust him, but at that time, I did not even think that he will go, stoop that low to do such to this girl. So we stayed, I think it was within the first month that she came, actually. I can just say a couple of weeks. Then my sister, who was not staying with us at the time, she gave me a call. She said, what's happening in your house? I was like, what do you mean what's happening in my house? Besides his issues and our issues, I think everything is fine. We're doing well. She said, no. You need to speak to your niece. There's something that is going on in the house. I said, you know what? Now my heart started beating, knowing the person that I live with. And before I was even told, I was like already like, guys, what happened here now? So I said, you know what? Don't do this to me. You'd rather just tell me what's going on. Otherwise, I'm going to have a heart attack. So then she told me like, you know what? On this day, she phoned her because she's younger than me. So my niece was much comfortable to speak to her than probably maybe to speak to me. So on this date, he approached my niece. He told my niece, you know what, we can just do this thing. She, you know what, she doesn't have to know and whatnot and everything. He's a good guy. He's going to look after her and whatever. And apparently, according to her, she refused and she was crying. And then he approached the second time, which then, according to her, she had to pick up a phone and phone my sister was when he tried to force himself onto her. Guys, I don't want to lie to you. Right now, I do not know if nothing happens, because when it comes to my ex-husband, you wouldn't pass anything. You wouldn't say he did not do it. And I don't know about my niece, whether she was scared or whatever, but she told my sister that it did not happen. So then what I did is I approached her and I asked her, I said, what's going on here? And she opened up. She told me exactly what she told her. And I was fuming, guys. I was furious. I waited for this man to come. I asked him without her first. I just wanted to hear what he was going to say. You know what he said? He said to me, she came. She is the one who started it. She is the one who went to him. At first, he said she was lying. Nothing of that sort happened. And then when I was like, no, pushed it, and then, and it's like, no, she's the one who wanted it. She's the one, blah, blah. So I had to bring both of them in the same room and ask them, guys, you have to tell me the truth. What is going on here? And she stuck to her story and he had to apologize. He gave in and he apologized. So then what he meant is he was lying against this child to say she came for him. In the meantime, he's the one who was trying his luck on this child. And I don't want to lie to you, guys. I probably at the time had a little bit of respect for this man, like small respect for him that was left in me. But after that happened, I lost it all. Because this is like, you know what, it just took everything away. It took everything away. And some of you are going to ask me right now, did you leave him at the same time? I did not. I did not leave him at the same time. And I really cannot give you guys a reason, like a strong reason why I didn't leave him at that time, because the abuse was still going on in front of the same niece and a lot of things were still going on, the infidelity outside. Now, Sherry on top, he wanted to sleep with my niece. I left him maybe, about a year after that. That's when I left him. But at that moment, guys, you can crucify me, you can bash me, you can do whatever you want to, but I was not at a space. I don't know what was going on with me. I kept on and I kept on pushing. I still felt that he was going to change. I still felt that it was a mistake that happened. I don't know what kind of mistake I felt it was, but today now, as I'm sitting here with you, I know that it was not a mistake. I know I was dealing. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. We also got dogs. And they just decided now to start barking. Sorry about that. Okay, guys, it looks like the dogs, they don't want to bark. They don't want to stop barking. But anyway, like I said, I did not immediately leave. And I think I only left about a year after that. But the reason why, like I said to you, I brought this up was because of, and it's the story that just happened recently, and a lot of stories as well that we hear every day where this is happening. Men are doing this and nothing is being done about it, and you find yourself still stuck in such a situation, you find yourself still stuck in such a relationship because of so many reasons that I don't want to get into. That can be a video, you know what, a different video altogether, because you cannot just up and leave. You cannot just up and leave. Not that you want to stay, not that you don't want to go, but there are a lot of factors that you have to consider before you leave. Anyway, guys, we have come to the end of this video, and if you are still here, it means you've watched this video. And if you like the video, please press the like, the thumbs up. Just give it a thumbs up, right? And please share, because this kind of videos, I think it's a good thing to share, because you never know who's going to find this video helpful in the process of just watching, you know, a YouTube video. So, and guys, also don't forget to like, if you like the video, obviously, share and subscribe, please. And let me tell you, subscribing to our YouTube video is free. You don't need to pay anything. It's just taking a few minutes of your time just to support us, just to subscribe to a video. It doesn't take an hour. So please, guys, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching my videos again. I really love you and appreciate you. Bye.